if you look past all the parts, this is in really good shape. Right? Right? What are you gonna do? Oh, look. Frogs have moved in. It's the video so many people have been waiting for. Hey everybody, Monkey Wrench Mike, along with my nice little duck Benzo right there. He is excited. And I'm excited too, because for the first time in many, many months, the Rat Wagon is back. She is back because we finally found a new transmission. So in this video, I am dressed appropriately. We are going to get down and dirty. We're going to take the old transmission out and put in a very nice new one. Well, new to us. Holy crapola, look at this thing smoke. It worked. Take another bite. Not at the camera. Yeah, we got rain. Hunt for the second vehicle has taken us to Dynamite? No way. What are you gonna say?
It's just too much for me to screw out.
This is what I'm working with. It's not a lot.
I'm in the car.
Here she is, and if you've been watching the channel, you know I call her the Rat Wagon because I have probably pulled, I don't know, 4 humongous rats out of this. Okay, after catching 3 rats and even a mole, I caught a mole, I didn't videotape that. I put the traps out again, and let's just kind of see what's happening. Oh, we did it. We caught another one. Look, how many live in this car? I have a trap right here. No, there's nothing there. This guy got smashed, and there's nothing right here. But can you see where they're eating? See the red wire? That's where they're eating. Yeah, she lived for a very long time in the woods of Missouri. And in the intro, when my friend Randy over at Auto Auction Rebuilds is playing the air guitar, ding 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 ding, that was on the way to pick up this vehicle right here. She sat for so very, very long. I bought her as a parts car for another car that I purchased, but this one turned out to be in better shape. I sold the other one. It's living, I believe, in New Orleans, and this one is finally coming to the channel, all right? You'll notice I have a mouse blocker that did absolutely nothing to take away because the rats ate the wires on the mouse blocker. Yeah, they ate the wires. This doesn't do anything. It really doesn't. So we've got to charge the battery. First thing though, we have to clean it up. It has been sitting in this part of my driveway, I want to say, I hate to admit it, for maybe a year. I don't even know. I pushed it up here with a friend and it just stayed here forever and ever and ever. Then this one came to visit. So what I've had to do, I've already taken the valve body out and a bunch of the transmission pieces already. I was going to try to fix it. The problem is the B band broke, if that makes sense, okay? I rolled it down the hill here. We've parked it here, and as you can see, this desperately, I feel so bad. I got to wash it before I can do anything to it. I have to wash this thing. Look at that. Oh, that's a hot mess. This whole car has been just neglected, and I'm so sorry for this. I have also ordered, you notice I have a piece of wood here. I have another window regulator that's going to go in here, and then it'll be perfect. That's all the car needs, a transmission and a window regulator, and obviously a huge bath, because she is a hot mess. That tree right there from my neighbor's yard drops something on my cars every single month of the, well, every single season of the year, whether it's leaves in the fall, seeds and these stringy things in the spring, sap during the summer and the fall. It gets covered with everything. So what I want to do first is kind of clean it up, vacuum some of the leaves, make it look presentable to get myself inspired to actually work on the car. So enjoy some music. We'll get her cleaned up once again. And yes, I've already replaced the wheels and the tires. Those are fantastic. I was actually driving this and I lost all forward gears about 2 miles from my house So I had to drive it backwards 2 miles back up to my house, up the hill, up the little driveway, all the way back up there. Yeah, it was fantastic. It was a lot of fun. People thought I was crazy. But she made it. She just doesn't go forward. We're fixing that today. She's as good as I'm going to get her right now. And I got to tell you, never, ever, 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 ever will I park underneath that tree. It has just destroyed the paint. I mean, there is so much sap and the little seeds eat their way into the clear coat. Look at this. And I had buffed this and waxed it and it was smooth as glass before. And now it's like, gosh, a 15-year-old kid's face with all of the acne. You know what I'm talking about? Oh my gosh, that's horrible. That's really bad. All over the top. Every surface on top. The roof is terrible. The hood is terrible. The top part of the tailgate is terrible. Well, you learn. You're never too old to learn a lesson. So what we're going to do now is let everything dry. I guess I can roll the transmission in here because it's in the front garage and I can get it ready. We'll come out here tomorrow and start working on it. But this is what we're dealing with. If you look past all the parts, this is in really good shape. And it was super popular on the channel. I mean, it was really, look at the leather. Look at that. So popular. And I hope that it is again. All right. So with Benzo's approval, we'll come back tomorrow and we'll start working on this because I can't wait. It's been far too long and I have completely neglected her. And I'm so sorry. Look at that. What a mess. As you can see, we have the car lifted to the gods and it is time now. Yeah. Time now to put this thing in. No, it's not. We have to take it out first. The old one has to come out and there's a couple of things that we do need to release. There's some cables here that have to come off, an electrical connector here that has to come off. This goes up into the car, so I have to detach this right here. And then on this side, I have some more things that I have to detach. This has been plugged already right here. So we'll get everything detached. I'm gonna also have to get the exhaust out of the way. I have to put the transmission pan back on the old transmission because I took it off. That's how I discovered the B-band had broken. So let's get to work. We're gonna get dirty. I have on dirty clothes. It's gonna take a day or two because I'm only gonna work maybe 2 or 3 hours a day. And we're gonna have some fun. So let's let the fun begin. Here we are under the car. First thing I wanna do is attach the pan. As you can see, I removed it to get to the valve body. And that's where I discovered the B-band was broken. Yeah, this is a huge mess. And I'm really hoping a rat does not come out and land on my head because that would not be cool. After we do that, then I'm going to remove the exhaust. Okay, so there's some bolts up there. I'll have to take these off right here, or maybe these right here, and then the hangers all the way back to the end of the vehicle. So let me get all that done, and then we'll pick it back up when it is time to start removing other things on the transmission. But look at that. Goodbye, old tranny. All right, well, let me get my worthless light and kind of show you what's happening so far. We have been making progress. Okay, so on this side, everything is pretty much undone. One of the lines going into there, I had a bolt that was rounded, one of those lovely little, I don't know, Allen bolts that I just really, really, really hate. So I got that loose. Same thing on the other side. Somebody wants to make an appearance. Okay, as you can see, we have got this loose. The exhaust is loose. I can't get it out because it's sitting on top of that control arm right there. And it won't let go. So we're just gonna have to work around that. I have the pan on. I have the thing on the back here done. I have the selector and all these little electric pieces all undone over here. So now I'm ready to get the transmission jack. We'll put it under here, kind of hold everything up. I will remove this. I will remove my bolts right here for the drive shaft. And then it gets really fun. Somehow, yeah, to get this thing out of here, I'm gonna have to really jack up the front of the car because I can't go out the back because I have an exhaust sticking out there. I guess I could. We'll just see what happens. Okay, but this is what it looks like. This is what I'm working with. And that's what I'm working for. Right? Right? What are you going to do? There you go. Be nice. Benzo and I are making all kinds of progress. It's a whole nother day, and we have raised the car as high as it'll go. Still be safe, and I still got to raise it higher to get something out from underneath. Benzo's been a good little mechanic's helper. I asked him for a 17mm wrench, and he went and got it. You thought he did, didn't you? You thought he actually did. Here, watch. Come here. He says, nope, not doing it. No how, no way. You're not putting me to work, boss man. Okay, anyway, I have all of these freaking little bolts. And there's one at the very tippy top that is so much fun to get. Look what I've done to my gloves and my thumb. Yeah, all the bolts are out. We have this thing in a manageable position, kind of. I still gotta make sure she's free of everything. Let's just check over here. And I've got my lowering system engaged. How does it look over there? Oh, it looks great. Okay. Well, you know what? This hasn't been too terribly difficult. I mean, it's taken me a couple days, but it's not like a full day of work, but just until I get mad and I quit. And I've tried to be very neat. All these things that are hanging down, I've zip tied. See that over there? I've zip tied. I've taken off the cable for the speedometer, and I made a discovery. And then I've lost it. Where'd it go? Here we go. It was broken. This part goes right there. And it was broken. Look at that. So it's a good thing I changed the transmission. I guess. Who knows? No, I had to because it wasn't working at all. So now the fun begins because as I lower this, that's as far as it goes. That's as far as she goes. And look at this. Somehow I have to get the car up even higher so I can drag this thing out. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's just, you know, and I should replace the rear main seal, but if it's not leaking, I don't know if I am or not. I mean, Mercedes probably puts in a seal way better than I do. And the seals these days, leave a lot to be desired. So let's see if I can raise the car enough to get this out. And then we'll call it a day because it's been a day. Oh, oh, this is caught on something. Oh, shoot. Yeah, this guy's caught on something. Well, we're gonna have to go back up and see what he's caught on. Probably a connector. Dadgummit. All right, it's another day. We are now looking for this particular piece right here. This is part of what tells the transmission how fast we're going, I believe, because it connects to something on the throttle. Okay, so we're gonna try to find that on the car. We have our Inspector General mouthing off as usual right here. Spring is in the air. Spring is past. This is summer, dude. You need to relax, all right? So, now you know we've already found all kinds of rats in here, what just moved? Something just moved. Don't tell me I have another, oh my gosh, if I have another rat in here, I'm going to really be, no way. What is with this car? Is that a snake or a, oh, look. Frogs have moved in. Oh my gosh, the rat moved out and the frogs have moved in. They're terrified of the duck. Look at him right there. Oh my gosh. Oh, there he goes. One of them went down there. You gotta be kidding me. How many critters live in this car? We got one right here. Come on, little buddy. Come on. Oh, you're kidding me. One is down there now, and another one is down here. Holy crap. What is with this car? All right, well, we're still looking for the, I'm so scared of this car now. I know, I love frogs. What else am I gonna find? That's what's got me worried. What else am I gonna find in here? It's like a zoo. There it is right there. Okay, look right here. There's the red cable right down here. So that's what it attaches to. And it's part of the throttle. When you step on the gas, it pulls it back. How am I going to get this thing off? And how am I going to get it out of here? Oh, that's just going to be fun to get to. I am elbow deep in a car that is full of critters. Doggone it. Okay, so we have that part, and then this part right here goes through this hole. Let's just compare something real quick. That's it. So this piece right here has to come out. I've got to get some pliers or something to get this out. I got to get something to pop this thing off. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, let's see if we can work some magic. You can see by the bolts on the ground, starter, those 6 little ones are for the torque converter to the flywheel. And you can see that I'm complete mess right now. Let's check on the frogs. See how they're doing. Well, I don't know where they are. They haven't jumped on me yet, so they're down in here somewhere. Somewhere. Okay. We'll get them out before we start the car. Right? You're in jail. Yeah, Benzo's in jail. Let me show you what we're doing. We have the flywheel, as you can see, the bolts removed. We're down underneath the car. This is your access. This is why I'm so dirty. Yeah, and I got all kinds of crap falling on me from all the critters that have lived in here. Oh, well, now you just went out? You're kidding me. There we go. So there are 2 of the 6 bolts that hold the flywheel to the torque converter. Now that that is loose, okay, we have the drain plug, or not the drain plug, the dipstick tube, and then it will be ready to take off all of the bolts like this guy right there. Okay, this is bad. This is really messy, and I've got acorns and all kind of crap falling on me. I'm in a great mood right now, if you can't tell. All right, one dipstick tube is now loose. I hope you can see that. It's like a 4 millimeter. Anyway, all right, yeah, okay, so we've got that out. There's a connection at the top we got to get out, and then the fun part comes because there's a couple of bolts like right up here at the top of the transmission. That's going to be so much fun. So basically what you have to do is lift the front of the car as much as you can, remove this right here, this transmission support, let the engine and the transmission kind of drop so you have access to the top couple of bolts. Success. We have one transmission removed. Woo! From the Rat Wagon, and I didn't see any mice back up under there. So tomorrow we'll figure out if we need to replace the front seal in the new transmission, well, new to us, and I might replace the rear main seal on the engine. It just depends on if my power tools have enough power. But you're going to stay there for the night. Benzo, I put him in the pool twice, then he came after me. He's not real happy. I said you needed a bath because you're a little stinky. You need to take a bath. He says, no, we already took one. All right, anyway, so we'll see you guys in the morning. Old transmission, new to us transmission. Right here, how much was this? 500, 550 something, I think. Yeah, from a 95 E320. Let's just see what's underneath. Hopefully this will come out. Here it is. Ooh, I think that's been replaced. Huh. Still pliable. Is it leaking? No. Should we leave it? Yes. Let me show you where the transmission is going. Would you let me work? Would you let me work? Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. No, you don't get to. Move. Go away. Nope. Nope. You want to go back to jail? I'll put you back in jail. You got something in your nose. You got something in your nose. No. No. He's in jail. So, let me show you what this looks like. We'll kind of find out together. Oh, wait, this is my good hat. Oh, no, I can't be wearing this. Okay. Well, here we go. Look at that. There's your flywheel. The teeth all look to be okay. I don't think it's leaking. I don't think it's leaking at all. So I think we're good to just put it back together. That's what we're going to do. We are literally just going to put it back together. Okay. Well, isn't that great? Okay, so while he's in jail, we got to lift the car up way, way, way high so we can put the new transmission on the transmission jack and then hopefully get it installed. Whoa, this is... I've done more difficult cars, okay? That SEC, I had a 560 SEC with the transmission I had to replace. That was way worse than this one. This just has the single exhaust over here, so that was easy to remove. So let's get to work. Time for a quick update. We're making lots and lots of progress. I got it under the car and it's almost fully attached. As we go down below, take a look. This little Wonder Jack is amazing, okay? One thing I did have to do because it was so tight, to get the drive shaft on to the transmission right there, I had to, first I thought, excuse me, I could just take off the bolts in the back and drop the whole thing down. This is the center bearing right here for the drive shaft, which now would be a great time to replace it. I just don't have it, so we're just not going to worry about it. It's going to be great. It's going to be fine. So I removed this little cross member piece right here, which kind of was a brace for the drive shaft. And then the whole thing I could kind of lower, get onto the transmission, and then I could jack the whole thing up, and it gave me enough room towards the front to get everything fully aligned. So what I'm going to do now is I have all the bolts except for the top two, which are the most fun, attached. They're not torqued yet, but they are attached. We'll get this attached. We'll get this piece right here attached. This bearing actually looks to be very, very good. Thanks, Mercedes quality. I love that. And we'll get the back 3 bolts on the back drive shaft right there. Look how clean. I got to put the cover on. I completely forgot about the cover for the fuel pump and the fuel filter. We'll get that back attached too. But this thing has been a lot of fun. No, it hasn't been that bad, actually. The transmission is heavy. It's not as heavy as the other ones. Benzo was under here with me for a while. He was just kind of camped out right there watching to make sure I did everything right. So he's happy. I'm happy. I do have one wire hanging down, and I think it's for my oil pressure switch. I don't know what happened to it. There's just a weird wire. Okay, drive shaft is attached, front and center. We've got the shield on again. Everything is tight back there. I found the cover for that, so that's good. We'll get that back on. We're just going to continue making progress. This is really beat up. I hope this is not stripped, which of course is probably going to be exactly what happens with my luck. You know it's going to be stripped. So we'll continue working on this. We'll get everything buttoned up, and we're going to go to the store and get new washers and all kinds of things. I may have to get some washers for my bolts right here because, like I said, they're too long. Back again, and I have to transfer some parts, okay? I do have this, and I do have that on the new one. This part right here I did not get, so I have to be very careful and take this part off. This is the gear selector part that goes in, so I gotta kind of, here we go. Just give it a little twirl like that, and this part sticks in here. Wait a second now. Here we go. That, just be careful. That all has to come out. We'll carefully transfer this over to the new one. This little piece right here goes right in there. So it has to go on just like that. All right, and I've already got this part routed up through the engine and it's attached to the throttle. So woo, woo, woo. It's gonna be great. I also need this little piece. Hopefully it'll come off. Hopefully it will come off because I have to attach another vacuum hose. Ugh. Come on. Well, we'll do this off camera. We'll do it off camera. Give it a little squirt of roux. There we go. It'll be good. Okay, we have the transmission all back together. All I have to do tomorrow is we're changing the filter and the filter and everything and put the exhaust back on. But I want you to listen very, very quickly. Hear that? You know what that is? I found my frog. Look at him right there. That big sound is coming from that little bitty frog. Look at, see? Look at him. Do it again, do it again. Do it again. Come on, buddy. Do it again. Now he's gonna be quiet. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Don't go in there. Here you go, buddy. Come here. Oh, I got you. He just peed on himself too. Here. Oh, shoot. Doggone it. Come on. I got you. We're gonna save you. We're gonna save you before the duck gets you. Okay? Stay here. Stay here. You're cool. You're okay. You're okay. Here you go, buddy. There's your new house. There you go. Okay. Okay? Live long and prosper. All I have to do now is reinstall this little bolt that holds one of the transmission lines on. I kind of bottomed out, and then I found this little piece right here. So I got to put this on a transmission line, and then everything transmission related is back on, buckled up and everything, except for changing the fluids. Okay, so we'll do the exhaust and the fluids tomorrow. We'll put this on tonight. We'll check on the duck, we'll check on the frog, and then we'll see you in the morning. Day 3 in our restoration project as we get this old E320 back on the road. The duck is still here. And I'm not spending 8 hours a day on this thing. I work until I get mad and then I quit. That's my new motto. Work until you just can't be happy and then stop. Today we're going to be changing the transmission pan gasket and the transmission filter. We're putting all good stuff in her. We put on the exhaust, and then finally we're taking her for a ride. Here's what we're working with. Yep, the guys that sold this to me said it came out of a 95 that was in an accident, and it had, I want to say 70,000 miles on it. I don't know. I hope so. I mean, this fluid looks decent. It's a man filter, so maybe it's been changed. We'll go ahead and feel around. I mean, there is some material. It's not like big chunks or anything. So I'm going to give them the benefit of a doubt. We'll dispose of this properly, and then we'll put our new one on. Just to show you my working conditions, I've got a duck right there. Keeping a very close eye on everything. Am I doing it right? Thank you. Okay, so we have exposed our valve body. And now, just kind of give everything a quick little tap. This does look really, really good. So this makes me very, very happy. We have 3 screws that hold the transmission filter into place. I've removed the gaskets. There's the gaskets right there. And I want to say it goes like this. All right, we'll get that all torqued up, and then it's on to the final piece, which is the exhaust. And then finally, after so many days and so much work, we get to drive the car. But I'll get these torqued. Well, it's a hot mess, absolutely. We've put in almost 4 quarts into the transmission, and I got to show you, someone thought it would be fun to cover the fill hole with a little clear plastic cap that I couldn't see. So the first time I tried to pour this in there, it filled everywhere. There's your tube right there. That's the dipstick and the fill tube. Okay, so I still got to put the bolt in to hold it in, but the bolt dropped down there. When I tried to fill it the first time, it just went everywhere. I mean everywhere, because I filled up the tube and then it came out the top, and so I had to take everything off, and I found this. When they took off their transmission, they thought, let's just shove this down in there, which is good. They kept all the junk out of the transmission, but it certainly caused me about an hour of fun. So it's about to rain, actually. Here we go. So let's start the car and see what's going to happen. This is the first time she started in a long time, and I do want to point out, the rats have got into here. So I need someone to help me figure out which goes to which. There's also one right here. Are you ready, Benzo? Are you ready? I've had it. I mean, it's been three days of this. 3 days of joy. Let's just see if she's going to start. Did we even put the battery back on? Of course not. Of course we did not. Here we go. There it is. Okay, for the first time in, I couldn't even tell you, a year, maybe? We'll see if she's gonna start. It's good to be back. I mean, this does look pretty good. I still got a lot of work to do down in this area. Let's just kind of see. Okay. Well, she starts. So that's good. ASR lights are on. That's not good. Let's just see what happens. Well, we have reverse. That's great. Now the all-important drive. Do we have drive? Because that's what we did not have before. And we do. I look like a mess, but I'm happy. Look at that. We do have forward. Okay, so let's go down to 3. Go to 2. Yes, sir. Go back up. Got to get that transmission fluid everywhere. There we go. Oh, I'm happy. Okay. She's idling really pretty good for being dead for so long. Look at that. Just a slight chirp, probably a turtle down there now. Who knows? I don't even know. Let's do this and see if we can see how much we need to add. There's 2 positions, one hot, one cold. Okay. Let go. Let go. And we are nowhere near. Okay, so let's add some. We'll get it all topped off and I'll show you. Transmission fluid, check. Spillage, check. Crazy duck, check. Hot mess, check. All right, so we have successfully, I'm gonna deem this a success. We gotta clean the engine again. And what is smoking is all that came out when the dipstick fill tube was clogged. So I am really happy about this. The car runs and drives. Once again, help me with that right there. What we have to do before we can actually take it on the road is I want to put in my window regulator so I can remove my board. It did arrive, and so we'll do that in the next video, and then we're going to take this thing out on the road. I've kept insurance on it. I don't know why, I just have. And yes, there was all kinds of junk in the muffler because it rained a lot when the muffler was off. So that'll burn off. This stuff, we'll get it cleaned. And once again, my neighbor's tree has just poured sap all over it. So maybe the rain that's on the way will help me out. So we are going up the temperature. Idle seems to be a little erratic. It does sound good though. It really does. Oh my goodness. I don't even remember if this works. Here we go. Hello. Hello, baby. Nothing. We got nothing. There we go. That's perfect. That's amazing. Okay, what about this? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Nothing's coming out though, but that's fantastic. Boy, look at all the smoke coming up from there, baby. That's gonna wrap up this video, everybody. Yeah, once again, the S124, the W124 is back. And with all this smoke, she's better than ever, okay? So in the next video, like I said, we'll take her on the road, and then we'll get the window thing, the window regulator regulated, so I can make that window go up and down. Don't forget, we still got the truck over there coming in for service. This wonderful thing needs a wax and a wash, and it needs a title and all kinds of stuff. So we're working on that one as well. And then inside, lovely Janice, she's next. Okay, now that I have this transmission in, we're going to pull the transmission and the motor from that one, and we're gonna put it in that one right there. You dizzy from all the camera work? I am. Yeah. All right, everybody. Have a great day. We'll see you again very, very soon. Bye-bye.